Truckers X TV on air. We are now live in 3, 2, 1.
Now then, let's go back.
You really bring out the life in everyone, Subaru. Subaru? Hey, what's wrong? Subaru!
Emilia, too.
It's all right. Everything's okay. I'm right here, Subaru. You don't have to worry.
Sorry, I just got a little dizzy.
That didn't look like something so minor. If something's wrong, please tell me.
No, it's fine. I get dizzy like this sometimes. It happened before, remember?
That's right. It was when you fell asleep on Leah's lap.
Yeah, just like that. Wait, hang on, Puck! Don't just casually bring up something so embarrassing!
You were the one who mentioned it in the first place. Sheesh, don't pin this on me. Anyway, there you have it, Leah. You shouldn't mull over Subaru's convulsive fits of crying or panicking.
That worries me in a different way.
What's up, Mealy?
You say you're okay, but you're not being honest with me, are you, Subaru? If you ever feel like you can't take care of something by yourself, come talk to me. I'll let you off the hook if you at least promise me that.
Got it. Sorry, Mealy.
Don't apologize. If you're going to say something, say thank you. I'll do my best to assist you regardless.
Leah's a good girl. Don't make her worry so much, Subaru.
Yeah, sorry. Puck, do you...
The only thing I can perceive is a vague impression of how you're feeling. So while I can tell something's troubling you, that's about all I can piece together. Even if you asked me for help, I wouldn't know where to begin.
Man, what an unreliable great spirit.
How rude. If something ever happens to Leah, I'll show you just how reliable I can be.
I'd rather not witness that. I won't let that happen a second time. That's why...
Jeez, you all can be really stubborn sometimes.
A dragon carriage in front of the gate. Ah, that's right.
Oh, so this is your companion. How interesting.
What did you tell him about me in such a short amount of time?
Oh, Subaru. I didn't tell him anything weird. I just asked him to wait because my companion has been causing a delay moping about.
Moping.
There's no cause for concern. Even men like us need some time to brood.
Thanks for the consolation. Mealy, don't you have some business to tend to inside?
Oh, yes, that's right. An emissary from the royal capital has visited us. But...
Don't worry about me. I'll just wait out here with my best bud.
Huh? Do you mean me?
Oh, really? I thought you'd much rather want to tag along and listen in.
Wait, you'd let me do that?
This is serious business, so no. Also, you were just sulking, so...
Mealy, could you stop bringing that up, please? You make it sound like I'm some giant crybaby.
Yes, yes. Just don't be rude to our guests, Subaru.
Mealy, huh?
What about it? You got a problem with that?
No, I was just thinking of how casual you are with her with such informal name-calling. You may be Miss Amelia's associate, but you're not of noble birth, are you? And considering your conversation, you're likely aware of her position. That's why I thought it all to be rather amusing.
Your role isn't much different. Don't stand there and tell me that you're not involved in the royal selection somehow.
My, you don't beat around the bush, do you? What makes you think that?
Well, it'd be strange to send along a messenger who isn't involved in some way. It's only natural I think you have a hand in all this.
You've got a pretty good head on those shoulders, but what are you going to do knowing that? Will you strike down the messenger to weaken your enemy's forces?
That'd be way too risky. Don't worry, I won't do something so rash to my best bud.
I'm glad to hear it, my friend. Now that I think about it, I don't think my good friend has introduced himself.
I'm Subaru Natsuki. You can just call me Subaru or Bestie or whatever.
Best what?
Bestie. Where I'm from, it means we're good pals.
Bestie, huh? Well, I suppose I'll call you that at some point. Anyway, I'm Tiga Raulian. As you surmised, I am part of the royal selection, having come here to shed some light regarding the matter. We are affiliates of the Transcendent Dragon Church. The higher-ups are pretty concerned about the proceedings of this royal selection.
I see. His concern for Melty, huh?
Hey, is something on your mind?
No, it's all right. When the chips are down, I'll be sure to save you and all those you hold dear.
That was way heavier than what I was expecting!
Mealy shouldn't go to the capital.
Huh?
Oh, this is quite sudden.
Why are you suggesting that? It's an issue pertaining to the royal selection, so of course I have to go.
I understand, Mealy, I really do. But think about it. Postponing the royal selection is a big deal in itself, but rushing to the royal capital won't make a difference. If they were going to just tell us why it was postponed, the emissary would have done that already. Seeing as they didn't.
It's not something that can be explained so easily?
Exactly. That means if we want to find out what's going on, we need to ask around and figure it out ourselves. But is that something you're good at, Mealy? To be honest, I don't get the impression that you're good at gathering intel.
Well, I could ask the lesser spirits to direct me.
If anyone finds out about Amelia, the chances of the witch cult making a move increases. But that's just a temporary measure. If we manage to delay the witch cult's response by a week or even a month, that changes how prepared we can get. Exposing the fake candidate, amassing allies to help fight against the witch cult. It's hard having to do all of this. Am I prepared? I have to do this.
And if Miss Amelia is not to go, what will we do then, Barusu?
Good question. At times like these, it's crucial to scout and gather as much information in the beginning as possible. We can't overlook something so vital, so we'll need to send someone we can trust.
I see. That does make sense. Then who do we send?
Well, I was thinking we could send Rem and me to check on the situation at the royal capital.
I thought you said it should be someone trustworthy. Why are you nominating yourself, Barusu?
It's been more than a month since we met. What's it gonna take to gain your trust?
Do not make me laugh.
She scoffed at me.
I'm also opposed to it. Sending Rem is fine, but I don't think it's a good idea for you to go, Subaru.
Even you don't trust me?
It has nothing to do with that, Subaru. It's just, you were sulking earlier.
Why are you still bringing that up?
But that's not all. There's also...
Miss Amelia, may I?
Rem?
I understand why you are so uneasy, Miss Amelia. However, knowing this, I believe Subaru should accompany me to the royal capital. Subaru needs to have Master Felix heal his body after all.
That's true, but...
There is no cause for concern. Rem will take responsibility for Subaru. Rem will also thoroughly investigate the reason for the royal selection's postponement. I assure you, this is not merely a chance to be alone with Subaru.
I completely understand your point of view, Subaru. I myself had reservations about sending Miss Amelia to the royal capital so frivolously. If you two can fulfill this task yourselves, you may do so. I give you my blessing.
Rem, I'll be counting on you.
Yes, please leave it to your Rem.
Don't do anything reckless, you two. And Rem, don't take your eyes off Subaru. Who knows what he'll get up to?
Mealy, I'm not a little kid.
Don't forget to bring some money with you. Make sure you don't lose your wallet. Also, if you ever get lost, look for a guard station and...
I told you I'm not a kid! Somehow, I managed to keep Amelia at the manor. Keep that in mind and think. What's the correct move to make that will save everyone? It was the royal capital last time, and the manor before that. The witch cult must have changed their targets because Amelia was in those places. All I can do is test that theory. If they already know about Amelia, then all of this will be meaningless in the end anyway. If that turns out to be true, then we shouldn't hesitate to fend off the Dusk Bandits, at least to save us a future headache. No matter what, though, we have to increase our forces to be prepared for when the witch cult strikes. Building up our relations with the other candidates went well last time, too. This time, I'll have to talk to them without Amelia's help. This is gonna be really tough. Am I really that blind? This is beyond stupid of me. This isn't an issue of whether I can do something or not. I have to. No, there's something else, too. The issue with the imposter.
You have been mumbling to yourself for hours, and it is annoying Betty to no end, I suppose. You barge in here in the middle of the night and start walking circles around me while muttering to yourself. Do you not realize what room you are in?
What do you mean, Bayako? I know this is a library of sorts, but it's a good place to think things over since no one intrudes on this peaceful atmosphere.
You are the intruder here, I suppose. Betty was enjoying the peace and quiet, and you ruined it, I suppose.
Whoa, don't shout so loud this late at night. You're one restless drill loli, you know that?
I have nothing more to say to you. It has been too long since you were taught a painful lesson, I suppose.
Hang on there, Bayako. I admit I got a bit carried away, but I'm not just playing around here. I was taking this very seriously, even if I was messing around with you.
Then consider this an admission of my annoyance! I shall let you off with that, I suppose. You would do well to learn something from this.
Damn, you don't pull any punches, as usual. It's like my entire skeleton was ripped out of my body. Wait, ripped out? When Wolf attacked Rem, she said something similar. Nice one, Bayako! Thanks to you, I solved one piece of the puzzle! You're the best!
Oh, what? Let go of me, I suppose! Put me down this instant!
You told me before that not many people can use that technique. That was the biggest hint. I can finally see a light at the end of the tunnel! That's my Bayako! You're simply amazing! How to raise you to the heavens!
Behave yourself, I suppose! Good grief. This is no time to be joking around. Betty has been defiled, I suppose. I will have Bubby console me tomorrow. What a detestable man, I suppose.
I got some good sleep last night. And yet my body hurts all over. I wonder why.
Subaru.
Whoa! Mealy? What are you doing in my room so early in the morning?
Subaru, this isn't your room. You're in the hallway.
Huh?
You fell asleep out here, Subaru. Are you not feeling well? I'm really worried about you. Maybe you shouldn't go to the royal capital.
Whoa, hang on. There's nothing wrong with me. There's a really good explanation for this. Damn that Bayako. What a pain.
That is not of Betty's concern, I suppose.
Hello there, Subaru. I heard about what happened from Miss Amelia. Are you faring better?
Yeah. Despite falling asleep in the hallway, I feel pretty great. I hope you'll give Bayako a good scolding for me later. If she's gonna knock me out like that, she should at least send me flying to my bed.
I don't believe she would be so considerate, but I am glad to see you both getting along rather well. Beatrice always refuses to spend any time with me. You've been quite a help in that regard, Subaru.
She's pretty easy to get along with, at least to me. I think she might agree if you went on the offensive. Bayako's a big pushover, you see.
More aggressive. I will keep that in mind.
You should. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you about something before I leave.
I thought you might have something on your mind. You were objecting quite a bit the other day. There is a reason you wanted Miss Amelia to stay here, no?
I'm glad you caught on to that. It's regarding the source of the information we received.
I presume you speak of the coachman who is outside. There wasn't much time for you to speak with the emissary, but you seem to be hitting it off with that young man quite well.
You're good. As you know, the envoy filled me in on a lot of things. For example, that one place, Leaf House Plains, there's some bandits that have taken over the highway there.
So you worried for Miss Amelia's safety and tried to stop her from going to the royal castle. My, so that is what love looks like.
There's more to it than that. There's just so much that's off about this delay of the royal selection. Like why they're keeping it a secret. Like, I'd never leave my king on a chessboard so vulnerable when things smell so fishy. Or in shogi, for that matter.
Both your references go right over my head, I'm afraid. But I understand where you're coming from. So that's love.
It's embarrassing when you keep saying it.
I truly understand how you feel, Subaru. But do you have any other leads on retrieving information from the royal capital?
That's the problem. That's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about, Roz. It's going to change my impression a lot. Even if they don't shoo me away, I want to avoid getting into a situation where they won't even bother hearing me out.
And then?
If possible, I'd like to request you pen a letter for me. A letter that proves I'm visiting them as a representative of you, Roswaal. Or rather, Amelia.
That's quite the bold request. Subaru, do you understand what you are asking of me right now? My recognition of you acting as a delegate of Miss Amelia's, that isn't a small favor. I may not seem like it, but I am of rather high standing. You haven't been serving this manor for very long, and you expect me to grant you such a request? Moreover, how am I to know what you will say to the other candidates when you meet them?
That's fair. I know doing so raises a few alarms, but don't forget, Rem will be with me. If I ever did anything out of line, Rem will definitely stop me.
Aha! You say the strangest things. Then are you telling me to place my trust in Rem and not you?
I think that's better than me trying to convince you otherwise. So, will you?
Of course. It's much easier to agree to your ostentatious demands in that case. Now then, here you are.
What's this? A letter?
It is the letter you so desperately pined for.
What? You already wrote it out? Even though you were pushing against it this whole time?
Miss Amelia and I will not be accompanying you. I thought you would need it, though I am still reluctant to give it to you in the first place. However, you took a great risk in suggesting it and trying to convince me otherwise. I hope you remain just as bold when conducting business in the royal capital.
You got it. I hope you'll do your best to protect the manor too. Just like with the bandits, no one knows what'll happen.
I know. I would never take your input so lightly.
Huh? I came to help load her luggage, but where's Rem? It's not like Rem to ever leave a job unfinished. Did something happen?
Subaru, I apologize for abandoning my work.
Oh, Rem, there you are. Why were you in the bushes?
Well, I sensed something bad, so I went to investigate.
Something bad?
Yes. However, it may have just been my imagination.
An ominous presence in the morning we depart for the royal capital.
Subaru?
I just want to figure out what gave you that uneasy feeling and squash it. Rem, I think it's fine if we leave a little later than planned. Let's be as thorough as we can.
Are you certain? It may interfere with our schedule, and it may just end up being nothing.
If it turns out like that, then fine. I'd rather believe you and fail than not believe you and regret it.
Subaru, yes. Rem will do her best.
Oh? Alright then. Let's begin our search in the garden. I don't know what we're looking for exactly, but let's get this started.
Yes, Subaru.